Hey everybody, welcome to Burnout Box, Season 2, Episode
13. Lucky 13.
Lucky 13. Hopefully that's us. From the new time slot, Thursday at 1:30 p.m. One day post Rebecca's due date. We decided to do a live show just because the baby's not here yet. So we are going to take a week off next week. But
we'll use all of your pre-asked questions for the pre-recorded show on next week.
Next week, yeah. We're gonna shoot that in the old shop and talk about race car stuff while we're doing the pre-recorded episode because there's some race cars at the old shop. So yeah, what's everybody doing this afternoon?
We have a bunch of people chiming in saying hi.
Hey everybody.
Ken Ingram is here.
Hi,
Eddie
Ken.
Michelle Howard is here. Clint Castleberry.
Hello, y'all.
Let's see who else. Travis Schott, who you met this past weekend.
And we
cards.
saw him at Cletus and Cars too.
As well.
Yep.
He picked up a few goodies here. Gopher Chuck Games says, hey guys, happy almost weekend. Angle
Friday
Issues says, hey there. So everybody's just saying hi. Oh, we have someone tuning in from South Africa.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Luma Venom Charged Prince.
Wow, that's fancy.
That is kind of fancy.
I don't know that we've ever had a prince before.
Not only Friday Eve, Baby Eve for us. I know I keep talking about that, but that's what's big in our life right now.
Excited?
Yes. Gonna have
Eric
our
Hall.
next baby.
Oh, Eric Holiday says hi.
Hi, Eric.
What's going on,
Jonathan
Eric?
Whitaker. He
Hey,
says, I'm not
Jonathan.
doing race car things, unfortunately.
Your race car is sitting here. One of your race cars is sitting here, Jonathan.
And we have another person chiming in from Thailand right now.
Thailand.
Oh my
nice.
gosh.
What time is it in Thailand and South Africa? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, I'm curious.
All right, guys, chime in. Let us know what time is it in Thailand and what time is it in South Africa.
You could use your handy dandy phone over there and figure it out.
I'd have to look at it and neglect our audience then. I do that enough.
Yeah, you do.
So earlier in the week, we did a contest. We had requested people to go over to our YouTube page and drop a question on the latest Tuning Tuesday video of what their F-150 question was. So the person who won was always on time. So I will send you a message, and that way I can get your address and what have you, and we'll send you a t-shirt.
Swag! Free swag!
Awesome.
It's a pretty dope t-shirt too, so.
So I got a question for Jonathan Whitaker since he's watching.
Okay.
Guess what? He was trying to buy like a Viper at some point. Jonathan, did you get the Viper? Did your Viper dreams come true? Because I think every 12-year-old kid growing up in the 90s had the poster from the book fair on their wall of the Viper. The red Roadster.
No.
Chris is
know what I
nodding his
have?
head.
My aspirations were much higher.
Oh, snap.
Turbo Porsche, and my stuff was
Yes.
signed by Hurley Haywood.
It was signed.
It was signed because, so Hurley, I grew up in Daytona, and so Hurley Haywood came for all the 24-hour races. But my dad, knowing how much I love Porsches, at one point took me up to the Porsche dealership in Jacksonville, and one of the, like, junior Porsche drivers was there, and he was like, hey, could you sign this for my daughter? She's really in love with Porsches. And he was like, you know, I've really got somebody better to sign it for you. And he brought Hurley Haywood out, and yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where is that?
And
The poster.
it might be, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know where it is. You know how I am. I'm not sentimental. I tend to throw things out.
We failed to mention, today's only going to be a 30-minute episode.
Oh, true.
So
So
today's
get your
gonna be
stuff
short.
in, people.
Pre-baby activities for Rebecca, the chiropractor.
Yeah.
To get things started.
The other thing is you asked about time. In Thailand, it's 12:30 in the morning.
Oh my gosh.
And
Go to
in-
bed.
In Africa, it appears to be 7:30 at night.
Ah, okay.
19:30.
Yep, 7:30.
Okay.
I was thinking it was like sometime around there because when we go to Europe, we're about 5 to 6 hours ahead.
Yeah, I'm not.
I finally get up before everybody that works here.
Jonathan Whitaker chimed in. He said, I did not, unfortunately, but Grant got the one next to it. And I had that same poster.
That's funny.
You have a couple questions. Let's see here. Ken Ingram says, have you ever seen a CRC code on an SET tuner? He said, mine took a crap.
I don't think I've seen a CRC code. Have you? Mm-mm. I know we've had a few take a crap, but
Yeah.
I give them a call or an email. Sometimes X4s, you know, if you got like an X3, it's kind of like, if you got an X4, maybe it's repairable.
Justin Forrest says, I'm home till tomorrow and I want the blue Viper with 2 white stripes.
Nice.
Let's see here. Rusty says, hey, Rebecca and Justin, from a sleepy Rusty at 3:30 in the morning.
Oh my goodness, you need to go to sleep.
And Audubon wants to know, Audubon's the one who sent us the Audubon,
Oh, yes.
cool.
which was awesome. Says, when swapping from an 82 millimeter pulley to a 79 millimeter pulley, what do you believe is the horsepower increase on a, doesn't say what his car is, but he says JLT 123 intake, ID 725 injectors, and a VMP fuel pump booster.
So on that setup, you see about 10 to 20 horsepower depending on how much timing it takes at the higher boost level.
Gopher Chuck says, yeah, my dad had the GTS. They're talking about the Blue Viper for a year or so. So it fits my soul, just not my ass. That's really everything that we have right now.
So
What's in Pandora's box?
Pandora's box, and for those of you that watched Tuning Tuesday, you saw this. For those of you that didn't, you're seeing it now. This is the new Twin Jet 69. It is a super easy to tune, dual blade throttle body,
That's
but
pretty.
we're going to, pretty much anybody can tune this that has half a brain, to quote Joe. So this is so easy to tune. The issue becomes overthinking it and screwing it up. But we're going to start offering this with our VMP Stage 3 Supercharger kits kind of as an exclusive, and there's a 69 millimeter version for 11 to 14, which is this one here, and then there's the 15 up 69 millimeter version. So just a little value add to get a little more air into that Gen 3. Our superchargers are, the opening is big enough for this to fit. The stock Roush and Shelby superchargers, the opening is not really big enough, so you have to grind it out or just get one of our superchargers.
The gentleman who's over in Thailand is actually from Sarasota. He said that we tuned his 04 Screaming Yellow Cobra just a couple months ago. He said, I told you all that I was running away to Thailand.
Oh, cool. That was the
Very cool.
KB26 car, I think, right?
So,
He had,
Go ahead.
just one interruption. He had a yellow VMP tuning sticker,
Oh.
and I had like a handful of those made up in like 2006
Yeah.
for the color of each Mustang that was common back then.
Yep. The only thing that might have been harder to find were the pink ones, because I think I'm the only one that got my hands on the pink ones.
Yeah.
It's a 2.8 KB.
Okay, 2.8, not 2.6.
Justin Forrest wants to know if you can put that throttle body on his car.
We can. So we can talk about that, Justin. Yeah.
It's for GT500 and 7 to 14 Coyotes.
Yeah.
Travis Schott says, is there anything to note when changing out the fuel injectors? Just got my email with the tune and waiting on the ported 18 to ship out.
Good question. He's doing 47s, so they're the same height
Yep.
as your
you
stock
don't need an
injectors.
adapter or anything.
Yeah, and I mean, Chris can recall this because we did intake manifold testing a couple weeks ago on Chucky. There's a couple tricks to swapping injectors on a Coyote. You never saw this, but this is actually in the Roush Supercharger Kit instructions, and we do the same thing in our video.
I've seen it.
And Bill Tumas at CJ Pony Sparts does the same thing in his video. You unplug the FPDM and you try to start the car, and in Bill's video, they show that step, and he's just sitting in the car, like looking at the camera very seriously, keep trying to start it to bleed all the fuel out of the rails. So technically you can do that, and then we usually throw a fan on the engine so the rails aren't hot. You're less likely to have, like, when you unbolt it, you're less likely to have like an injector pop out and spray fuel. So it's just, it's kind of it. I don't know, it's not really that big of a deal, but there's some certain ways that we handle it to make it less of a mess because we do it all the time.
Rebecca, here's a good question for you. 1805 Boss says, on Rebecca's race car, if I understood correctly, there is a Dominator computer in place. Are you also using 16 volts, and how does that affect the wiring?
So we never did go with a specific, we still haven't picked a specific standalone computer. So I don't have an answer for you because it doesn't exist at this point. But I'm not going Holly.
And I don't know though, Matt's a Holly tuner, and
I know, I feel bad saying it even, so I don't, but we have other avenues to go with other things.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I don't know why I'm usually a very decisive person, but this is, I have not been in a rush to make a decision.
Now, I think we are going to go with a 16-volt battery in the car. Mm-hmm. We were looking at those around Christmas time because there were Black Friday deals on that stuff. And it seems like the way to go to not have an alternator.
Yeah.
Like, I love things being self-sufficient, and alternators lead to self-sufficiency. However, they fail. And
yes, they do.
Going to a 16-volt battery eliminates that failure point. We had a customer's car in here yesterday, and Joe was data logging, and he's like, this thing's only making like 12.8 volts. And I'm like, oh, well, this car's a 2011 or 2012.
Yeah, your alternator's
Yeah.
done.
Ken Ingram would like to know, would a Gen 3 upper fit my 17 Roush lower without much modification?
So, like a blower, meaning probably the upper, I would guess.
Yeah.
Sucker bolts right on, and
Yep.
it makes a buttload of
That's
horsepower.
the beauty of it.
Yeah.
Tim and Joanna Wilson says, what horsepower increase would you expect to see on a 14 GT NA car when switching from 90 octane to E85 with the appropriate tune update? It's an 18 GT intake, cat delete, stock headers, and 5C converter.
Oh, so it's 90 octane, so it's in Alaska. Or it's at high elevation. So you figure you get all the octane and you get the benefit of oxygenated fuel. Mm-hmm. It's probably a solid 15 wheel, maybe 20 wheel, which is not a lot, but for a naturally aspirated car, it is a very good gain.
Yeah, you can't ask for a whole lot more.
So Coyote Kelly is following along with our Chucky episode, and obviously is curious about the nitrous going on Chucky. It'll be a few weeks, so stay tuned. We have a couple more episodes in between, and we just ordered the nitrous kit, so we're waiting for that to come in. So it's going to be a few weeks. Episodes out.
Got to be careful not to blow out the floorboards.
Stay tuned. We have some other updates coming in the meantime.
Manifold damage. Woo, 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 woo. Oh, man.
Craig says it was November of 2007 when he got that sticker for the Cobra.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
So Carter was born that same month.
Wow.
Our 11-year-old.
Travis came back and said, awesome. That doesn't sound too bad. He said, thanks, Justin. It'll be interesting when they're out and pulling them from the rails for the 47s. Lou B says, I'm late again. It's okay, Lou. Welcome. We won't discriminate against you being late. Justin Forrest says, I still have not listened to a full Travis Scott track. I missed that one. Alaska, you are correct. Do we do just Ford stuff?
Oh, we're into like everything now. Mm-hmm. There's a couple Hellcat superchargers sitting in the shop.
Yeah.
I gotta pull one of those out of the box and do some measuring on it.
I'd like to at least see it.
Yeah, it's different. It's cool.
So yeah,
Oh, you know what? No, I didn't see it.
if you have another maker model that you wanted tuned, we are doing in-house tuning. So feel free to contact our sales and support team, and they can put you in the right direction on who to talk with and what we can do for you. We're pretty well caught up at the moment.
So I got plenty of stuff to talk about.
I'm unsurprised.
I have been helping set up someone's street strip race car. And funniest thing happened. I went to order wheels for it, and they're like, just wanted to let you know they don't make that size and that backspace doesn't fit on an S550 Mustang. And I'm like, oh, it's okay. We have a custom 9-inch axle going in it.
Yeah.
And,
Can you just make this?
yeah, then I sent them the video of your car.
Good. Awesome.
So we're working with El Toro to get that car converted to solid axle so it can go even faster.
It's going to be awesome.
I know, and I talked to their engine builder yesterday. I don't know if I had a chance to tell you
Oh,
that.
you didn't tell me that.
Yeah, so their engine builder's getting everything spec'd out for the VMP supercharger.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to be so cool.
El Toro's got a great team supporting them.
Yep.
So that car is going to go real fast. So the question that I'm going to kind of pose to you on the show here. They need new headers. They don't know if they want forward-facing or rear-facing. I told them we know where to get some forward-facing headers.
Yeah, for sure.
But they don't want to copy you.
Oh, I don't feel like it's copying. Do it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, do it.
And they could still do it a little bit differently than you.
Yeah, I mean, hey, if you have to pull a Turbo 400 out and it saves you a little bit of
Oh man.
work, do it. Don't
Change converters real easy then.
Yes, yeah. Don't worry about copying me. I don't care.
Rebecca's got these awesome 2-inch stepped into 2 1/8 with is it a 4-inch collector?
4-inch collector. Yeah.
4-inch collector, 4-inch tailpipes, front pipes.
Yeah. Weird.
But you know what they need to do? Since their car is El Toro,
Make them like bullhorns.
they need to bring
That
them
would be
out the
awesome.
fenders.
Yeah, just don't race in class where you're not allowed to do that because people get all. Oof.
Well, depending on who you are, they make rules for you that allow that stuff too. So
I've never been that person.
Yeah,
So-
yeah, it's just happened in some other classes.
So Isaiah, who was asking if we do just Ford stuff, came back again and said Chevy. Yes, Chevy is
Yep.
included in just about everything, as we mentioned. So
Domestic stuff.
Chevy.
yeah, Chevy. So if
Do
you
you
want your
know-
Chevy tuned in-house, contact our sales and support team. Sales at VMPPerformance.com or 321-206-9369, and they will be able to hook you up. I have people quoting Fast and Furious on both channels here. So obviously they like the Fast and Furious jokes that we threw in this episode of Chucky. If you want us to do more fun stuff like that, and you know of a specific clip or things like that, let us know, because we don't always have time to sit and search for everything.
And
but
come
we
up
like
with
to make
silly
it fun.
ideas.
And if
Yeah.
it's left up to me, I haven't seen any movies ever, basically. So
Ryan says he's about to install the 900 horsepower power pack on his 11 GT500. He's currently at 3,800 feet elevation and moving to sea level later this summer. How will this affect the performance of the car, and should it get retuned?
So, great question. 3,800 feet to 0 feet. It's about 3 pounds of boost. Now, the Gen 3 makes boost like a mofo. Like, you don't need, if you have a stock engine, you don't need to do a lower pulley with a Gen 3 on a GT500. So, that all being said, you could run a smaller pulley to make up for the altitude and then swap to a larger one when you get down to sea level. But to answer the question about tuning, we would like to see a log when it gets down to sea level, just to make sure that everything is good. Because we're assuming you're going to go ahead and have us, do the remote tuning that's included with the kit when you install everything at the higher elevation.
Topper says, I've been missing lately. And he's asking, Topper, Donnie no longer works at VMP.
Somebody called him Danny.
Yeah, I know. I saw that on the YouTube. But yeah.
That's okay. How many times have I been called Jessica?
Oh, Jesus.
Really?
Where's
Yeah.
Nick Boley?
I get Jessica, and you know what the other one I get a lot is? I get Rachel.
Rachel.
Yes.
Rachel who?
People just call me Rachel, and like I had a manager at Pizza Hut that was yelling for Rachel when I was 16 years old, and I didn't answer because there was a girl there that named Rachel.
At the time, just out of curiosity, when you were 16, did you have like the Rachel haircut?
I mean,
For
everybody did. Yeah, I did.
Oh, man. I was going to say,
Just curious,
the
that's-
dark brown hair makes you a Rachel.
Okay. It was also the Christina Aguilera haircut. They were one and the same, so.
Yeah, but
And
you
Justin
weren't
thinks that I look like Christina Aguilera.
Oh, yeah.
Topper also says, sup, Justin and Rebecca.
Hi, Topper.
Hey.
Coyote Kelly says, so is Rebecca's 18 going to run the G3 Coyote? He said G3. I feel like you may have answered this before.
So,
I have no intention of doing that.
yeah, I mean, when you get into like race car stuff, we're kind of just going to be running
It's a Coyote.
based engine. Like, I wouldn't even honestly call it a Gen 1 or a Gen 2 because it's going to have
Yeah.
aftermarket cams, aftermarket cylinder heads.
Aftermarket piston.
Yeah, the best of the best.
Yeah, so you can't really, But it's
I mean, I guess
further from a Gen 3 than it,
to,
I guess.
you know,
I don't know. It's hard to quantify.
if you look at really what really distinguishes the Gen 3 Coyote in my eyes, direct injection.
Yeah, that's where I'm going with
We're
it.
not going to be running
Nope.
direct injection this season.
Yeah, that's where I was going with. It's further from it.
Ryan, who is
As much as they're bothering me.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Ryan, who was asking about the 900 horsepower power pack and whether or not he'd have to get a retune when he changed elevation. He said yes to the remote tuning and will do on the data log. Thank you.
Awesome. Very good.
Nastang says that Rebecca is my friend Rachel's doppelganger, no joke. And Travis Scott came back and says, I'll be there for you. You get it, friends?
Oh, yeah, I do. I mean, I did. I needed some help.
Yeah, I wasn't going to sing it, but yeah,
Justin will. Don't worry.
No, don't listen to me
He already
singing
did.
it.
Yep.
he already did. And with that said, we have about 6 minutes left. We're all caught up for the moment.
You got more, Justin? I would be shocked if you didn't.
Oh, gosh.
I think we should take bets on the baby. So the baby's coming tomorrow, and we should start taking bets. Is it going to be a boy or a girl? Because nobody knows yet.
Or a dinosaur.
It could be a dinosaur.
It's not going to be a dinosaur. Boy or girl?
Boy or girl?
Boy or
Do I
girl.
need to like? People say you can tell by the belly, so maybe I need to. My bellies always look the same, but there's a overall consensus as to what type of belly my belly always looks like, and it really has not ever mattered.
Yeah.
But
So,
any of you that participate in that, the belly makes the baby. Let us know.
if people guess, when do we have to tell them?
I don't know.
It's like we could keep it a secret for quite a long time.
We could. I mean, I started putting stuff in a bag, and none of it's very specifically boy or girl. So
We have clothes. We have lots of baby clothes of each because we have 3 boys and 2 girls right now.
and I only have like gender neutral newborn clothes
Yeah.
because I haven't known with the last several babies.
Yeah, you haven't.
Brett Leminger over here is quoting a song. Says, "Move into the country, gonna eat me a lot of peaches."
That's the presidents of the United States of America. I
That's
know
exactly,
that.
Yep, you are correct. Tim Ovis says, "What are the symptoms of a failing fuel pump, i.e., on a GT500?"
Running lean. I mean, that's probably the most obvious symptom.
Yeah, I mean,
we need a little more like, we need a little more to know what the issues are, why you suspect you have a failing fuel pump, to better troubleshoot what may be going on.
Tim Obus wants to know, did you paint the baby room?
The baby room is my room, so I didn't paint anything.
On to actual stuff. What's the fascination with porting throttle bodies? Can you debunk the claims of some people saying that they get these 8 to 14 horsepower gains under the curve?
Oh gosh, so I have a ported throttle body to test. It would have gone on Chucky, but it's for an 18 instead of an 11 to 14. So a lot of these ported throttle bodies, they are ported at the opening, but they still neck down to the blade size. So there's definitely the potential for more airflow, and they use sometimes a thinner blade, and you remember half shafting the throttle body.
I was gonna talk about
Yeah.
half shafting the throttle body. Oh my god.
I believe Brett does that. So, you know, seeing how well the stock style single, you know, round hole throttle intake manifolds perform, I am tempted to try a ported throttle body and see what the gains are. And I believe there could be some. Here's the deal. If you port or modify a throttle body, you have to make sure you do it in such a way that you don't mess up how it works, because your tuner will hate you. For reals.
What's the best tuner for an 18 F155 liter?
Us, when we release the tunes for it. So that being said, the A10 is a big challenge for any tuner, and I feel like we have that very well figured out. We're also going to be supporting various manifold swaps on that truck too.
Justin Forrest says, I've never seen a person with another human in them in such good mood this far along.
Well, thank you. That was nice.
Luma Venom Charged Prince says, since tuning has now evolved and can be done remotely with the aid of a couple things like a data logging, can VMP help tune my 18 Ford Focus RS? Is the motors in the Focus compatible with the Gen 3?
Like our Gen 3 supercharger. No to supercharging the Focus RS, but reach out to us. We do have a tuner on staff with RS experience. We need to see if your code is supported, because sometimes SCT likes to classify some of the European type 4-cylinder stuff as not accessible to the US based dealers. So we also have alternatives like Cobb and HP tuners. But yeah, reach out to us. We can definitely do it. And even as long as the car's not heavily modified, we can send tune files out that are going to be pretty darn close. Even when they are heavily modified, a lot of times the data logging is just to verify everything's working properly.
Chuck is on the line, wants to know your thoughts on the new GT500 being DCT only.
Ooh, I saw somebody posting a little meme. This will be dead in 10 years. Meaning the manual transmission. I think it's what needs to happen. It sucks.
Yeah,
I
I
mean-
agree. I think that summed it up really well, actually.
The new cars are making so much power and they're so quick that you just really can't count on the human to shift the gears and the clutch. Because a lot of people, Ford pays out a lot of money in broken transmissions, burned up clutches.
Yep.
That's a lot of warranty work.
Brett Leminger says, congrats on the baby.
Thank you, Brett.
It is 2:01. I have one question here.
I got one statement to make. Congratulations to Brett for working hard on his business and kicking ass. So hopefully he catches that part. And then you got a question.
Topper Harley says, can I pay Justin to gap some plugs? I have to gap 16 for the SRT8 and it's not my favorite pastime. I have an odd backfire in thinking my plugs on my 13 GT500 with 2.4 Throttle body 123, and no meowing. Plugs 1 step colder with a 0.028 gap.
We should just have Holdy do it.
We'll have one of our minions gap your plugs, no problem.
I feel like he has such attention to detail. He would do a good job.
Just reach out to me or Rebecca, though.
Yep.
And with that said, we are now at 2:02.
All right.
All right.
The shortened Burnout Box is over. Thanks for watching, everybody. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. We'll have a pre-recorded version
Tune in next week.
next week while Rebecca and I enjoy our new baby.
And Brett Leminger gave you a...
Oh, cool.
Rock on!
Awesome.
Thanks, everybody.
See y'all later.